I don't know if it's creative, but it's interesting, at least to me, and I'll tell you, it certainly was this morning with my household, my 4 kids, that, and excuse them and forgive me, seemed more intrigued by this slide that we were working on than anything else related to this pandemic, because of their love for animals. We have 2 gorillas at the San Diego Zoo that now have tested positive for COVID-19. 2 that have been tested positive. We have another that's symptomatic. We're currently confirming the source of the infection and the strain. There is some question, did it come human to animal? That's being determined, and one has to respect that process and the adjudication of the facts. But nonetheless, it's just an area that's long been of concern, human to animal transmission, but our beloved gorillas, obviously, we are concerned about, and San Diego Zoo, best of the best. They've tested now formally 2 positive, but 3 are symptomatic, and we are likely to see more information about this in real time in the next hours, not just days. But I thought I'd just bring it up because, as I say often to all of you, what tends to resonate in my house, I want to make public to you in real time, and that's the update in terms of the status of these gorillas in the San Diego Zoo. So
from the basement.
CNN anchor Chris Cuomo is out of quarantine, recovered from COVID-19, and reunited with his family.
This is the dream, just to be back up here doing normal things.
Cuomo's 17-year-old daughter Bella has been taking care of the family.
My dad has corona, but he's going to be okay. He's actually doing really well right now.
And showed off the hazmat suit she used when checking on her dad.
Tonight, I'm announcing that I will direct all states, tribes, and territories to make all adults, people 18 and over, eligible to be vaccinated no later than May 1. Let me say that again. All adult Americans will be eligible to get a vaccine no later than May 1. That's much earlier than expected. Let me be clear. That doesn't mean everyone's going to have that shot immediately, but it means you'll be able to get in line beginning May 1. Every adult will be eligible to get their shot. And to do this, we're going to go from 1 million shots a day that I promised in December, before I was sworn in, to beating our current pace of 2 million shots a day, outpacing the rest of the world. Secondly, at the time when every adult is eligible in May, we will launch, with our partners, new tools to make it easier for you to find the vaccine and where to get the shot, including a new website that will help you first find the place to get vaccinated and the one nearest you. No more searching day and night for an appointment for you and your loved ones. Thirdly, with the passage of the American Rescue Plan, and I thank again the House and Senate for passing it, and my announcement last month of a plan to vaccinate teachers and school staff, including bus drivers, we can accelerate massive nationwide effort to reopen our schools safely and meet my goal that I stated at the same time, about 100 million shots, of opening a majority of K through 8 schools in my first 100 days in office. This is going to be the #1 priority of my new Secretary of Education, Miguel Cardona. Fourth, in the coming weeks, we will issue further guidance on what you can and cannot do once fully vaccinated, to lessen the confusion, to keep people safe, and encourage more people to get vaccinated. And finally, fifth, and maybe most importantly, I promise I will do everything in my power. I will not relent until we beat this virus. But I need you, the American people. I need you. I need every American to do their part. And that's not hyperbole. I need you. I need you to get vaccinated when it's your turn and when you can find an opportunity. And to help your family, your friends, your neighbors get vaccinated as well. Because here's the point. If we do all this, if we do our part, If we do this together, by July the 4th, there's a good chance you, your families and friends will be able to get together in your backyard or in your neighborhood and have a cookout or a barbecue and celebrate Independence Day. That doesn't mean large events with lots of people together, but it does mean small groups will be able to get together. After this long, hard year, that will make this Independence Day something truly special, where we not only mark our independence as a nation, but we begin to mark our independence from this virus. But to get there, we can't let our guard down. This fight is far from over, as I told the woman in Pennsylvania. I will tell you the truth. But July 4th, with your loved ones, is the goal. But a lot can happen. Conditions can change. The scientists have made clear that things may get worse again as new variants of the virus spread. We've got work to do to ensure that everyone has confidence in the safety and effectiveness of all 3 vaccines. So my message to you is this: listen to Dr. Fauci, one of the most distinguished and trusted voices in the world. He's assured us the vaccines are safe. They underwent rigorous scientific review. I know they're safe. Vice President Harris and I know they're safe. That's why we got the vaccine publicly in front of cameras, so for the world to see, so you could see us do it. The First Lady and the Second Gentleman also got vaccinated. Talk to your family, friends, your neighbors, the people you know best who've gotten the vaccine. We need everyone to get vaccinated. We need everyone to keep washing their hands, stay socially distanced, and keep wearing the mask as recommended by the CDC.
Honor to address this esteemed institution on this important day, International Women's Day. Let me begin by saying that President Joe Biden and I look forward to working with members of this Parliament and fortifying the transatlantic alliance. Today, we face crises on almost every front. A pandemic that has taken the lives of more than 2.5 million people worldwide. A changing climate threatens the future of our Earth. A rise in populism is working to undercut democracies everywhere. Neither the United States nor Europe is immune from these threats. Today, it is essential that we work together to advance those principles that strengthen democracies, accountability and transparency, the rule of law, and human rights. And let us not overlook the opportunities right in front of us to do that. We know that the strength of our democracies and the strength of every nation on earth depends on the strength of all people. As half of the world's population, women drive major economic growth and major contributions to society. They are scientists who cure disease and the military members who defend our nations. They are entrepreneurs who create jobs and the educators who shape the next generation. And of course, women are government leaders, from this Parliament's first elected president, Simone Weil, to all the women leaders who sit among you today. Today, the global crises we now face have made abundantly clear both the contributions of women and the challenges facing women. Simply put, our world does not yet work for women as it should. COVID-19 has threatened the health, the economic security, and the physical security of women everywhere. The pandemic has overloaded healthcare systems, making it even harder for women to access the care they need. At the same time, women comprise 70% of the global health workforce, putting them on the front lines and at risk of contracting the virus. Other women have been forced out of the workforce entirely. Women working in often overlooked sectors have been hit the hardest, especially those working in low-wage jobs and those working in the informal economy. Last year, it was reported that globally nearly 3 in 4 domestic workers lost their jobs. And those who remain employed, well, they're paid far too little. Meanwhile, quarantine measures have meant that women have shouldered an increased burden at home as they care for children day and night. Time in isolation has also increased the risk of gender-based violence while interfering with services for survivors of domestic violence. I understand that last May, this Parliament opened the Helmut Kohl building so that some of these survivors might have a safe place to sleep. I have spent much of my career protecting survivors of domestic violence and child abuse, and I applaud your generosity. As we endure the pandemic, the economic instability, the racial injustice, the threats to democracy, and the effects of climate change, the question before us is simple. How do we build a world that works for women? I believe we must ensure women's safety at home and in every community. We must ensure that women can access high-quality health care and that those health needs particular to women are addressed. We must treat women with dignity at work and put in place the structures needed so that women can both care for their families and excel in the workforce. Finally, we must give women equal voice in decision-making, for this is essential to free and fair democracies. And this is not just an act of goodwill. This is a show of strength.
We now have, for the first time in our history, something other than a peaceful transfer of power.
That's right.
What does that mean for us writ large?
Well, I do think that we're bigger than all of this. Donald Trump was a stain on our country. I don't think we could have sustained our democracy if he had 2 terms in office for what he was doing to our institutions or what he was doing to our Constitution. He dishonored it. He, in every respect, was unworthy to be president, did not respect the office that he held, and certainly did not respect the office the rest of us hold as well. I respect the office of presidency of the president more than he did for how he mistreated it. So in any event, he's gone. We have to, how can I say it? It's not lessons learned because it was so evident all along what a disgrace he was. But to find out how we can bring people together, that's our responsibility. And again, nobody better than Joe Biden and Kamala Harris to do.
What's your gift for Valentine's Day?
It's not Valentine's Day. I'm not telling you. It's Sunday. Valentine's Day is a big day. Jill's favorite day. For real.
What inspires you to do this?
I just wanted some, joy, and I think things have been, so with the pandemic, everybody's feeling a little down, so it's just a little joy, a little hope, that's all.
First year of vice president. I know when the press walked out of the executive office building, I walked into my office, and every single pane, the vice president's office, you see those panes are the 3, 6, 9, 18 panes in each window. She had taken the school kind of paint that kids put on poster boards, and put a heart and said, Joe loves Jill. None of them said Joe loves Joe, they said Joe loves Jill. And everyone. And I went on the next morning. Remember Juju Chang?
I do.
I did an interview with her. She said, I understand that you and your wife have a great love affair. And I said, I hope so. And I said, but everybody knows I love her more than she loves me. She said, look me straight in the eye. I said, that's what everybody says.
How do you extend that love story to the American people that are feeling so down right now, so discouraged?
Tell them there is hope. There's hope. We just have to stay strong. A lot of people have gone through terrible suffering. They lost their families, lost their children, lost their husbands, wives, moms, dads. And it's almost unbearable. The only thing I can say to you is that they're still in your heart. Think about you in your heart. They really are. It's an experience. They're in your heart.
So we hope this lifted your spirits.
I hope you didn't come out of this when it's so damn cold.
Next time, bring us coffee too.
Yeah, that's true. I wasn't sure you'd all be here. But
We'll be here.
love your dog. We live here. Yeah, thanks. Champ's an old one. Which one's the old one, President? Well, he's almost 14 years old. I had him here when he came to Vice President. He was wanting to here, but he was bound to. Like this guy. This is Major. We got Major. He's a shepherd. He's a rescue dog. And we asked the vet, what do we need to keep Champ going? He said, get him a young dog. And so, Ray, Champ, they're buddies.
Yeah, they are buddies.
Well, thank you. I'm sorry.
You got a nice pair there, Joe.
Say again?
You got a nice pair of dogs there.
I do. They're good boys. They're good.
I'll bring the donuts next Friday if you come back.
Okay. I tell you what, I apologize. Here, I didn't have a taste. I didn't even have a taste. Here, come on. I promise you.
I'm going to get in trouble. I don't have my mask.
I give you my word. I didn't have any.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay. All right. See you guys.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, Mr. President. Thank you.
Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's.
Good boy. Okay, we're going this way.